I remember Dale Earnhardt Jr. making fun of me. Now, love him, but year 2000 something, we're at Charlotte. I get lucky, qualify like fourth or fifth in the Square D car, and it was his first race. And he made the race, and all the media was down at Dale Earnhardt Jr. He made a smart ass comment to me. He said, "Oh, you're doing TV now. That means your career's over." It really pissed me off. No, it didn't piss me off. It hurt my feelings. So, my question to you before we get into TV, when did that change where now everybody's doing TV? Okay. When did that change that if you did TV, that meant you were cool? They asked you to do TV. When did that change?
Well, that really changed when, gosh, we started. I guess when was I went into the booth.
When was it okay? Let's put it that way.
Yeah,
They had you in there 10 years ago, it seemed like, during the Xfinity races.
yeah, we started going up there during the Xfinity races, but
You
I
made
don't,
it cool.
I don't know if I made it cool, but
I think you made it acceptable.
I think, yeah, and I think your team had to make it acceptable too, and
Mm.
you had to be willing to take the time. But as that all evolved, being in the booth, um, the teams and the sponsors started asking questions. Well, why aren't you in the booth? And why aren't you spending more time up there? So
You were the
when you,
brand.
when you start doing stuff like that, you put pressure on the other guys to do more work because of the fact that you're doing it, and then their teams and their sponsors are asking questions. And so, really being in the booth that long, and developing those relationships with Fox and spending the time up there, it really paid off, I guess, 10 or 12 years later, because of the fact that I'm going to be in the TV booth going forward next year. And you got all those reps, right? You got all those reps in the TV booth with the producers and, all the different talent that goes in and out of the booth. And it's such a different perspective up there, but
This
it
is
was
kind of wild. Like you were ready for the 3 car. You're now ready for TV.
right. Yeah. Because
Isn't
we've
that
already,
something?
we've already been through all the work, and you, I always try to look at things as what's next, right? And I
Mm.
think TV was always something that I thought would be fun, and we took the opportunity to go in the booth and be able to start going through the reps and developing the relationships and understanding how it all worked, and listening to yourself and whether you liked it, didn't like it, sounded good, didn't sound good.
Mm.
Dye your hair, don't dye your hair, shave your beard, don't shave,
I went through
whatever
it.
it is, right?
I exactly went through it. I told Jacob Ullman, I said, Jacob, I'm gray haired. Here's Regan Smith. We had a great talk. I said, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go run my dirt car. But you're so real. I did think about my gray hair, and I did dye it because I thought it made me look younger. But let me ask you this. 10 years ago, when you started doing TV for the Xfinity race on Saturdays, in the back of your mind, did you think that Fox would hire you to have the biggest job in NASCAR TV, and that's be in the booth and call the races in 2024? Did
That
you
was
think
the
that would
intention.
happen?
That was the intention. So that you
Well,
had,
I'll be damned.
so that you had the opportunity, whether it was with Fox or whoever was doing it, so that you had the opportunity to say, well, I'm going to quit this year, and I've got, I mean, you're as relevant as you can be, and I've got all these reps in the booth for all these years of doing TV. I mean, you built your resume while you were still racing, and that was always the intention of to try to make sure that you had something to do when you were done, and you were already groomed to do it because of the fact that you'd already done it a lot. So, but that was always the intention, because look, there was a time, I guess it would have been probably 2000. I guess, what are we, 23? I thought about retiring last year, and then we signed the 2-year contract. So I guess it would have been 2018. Like, it was a real possibility to just say, I think that might have been it. And I don't know why that
It'd have
changed.
been easy to do it during the virus.
Yeah, it would have been. But 2018 was before all that.
Yeah.
I seriously thought about 2018 being the last year, but the timing never felt right. I had a great relationship. if it wasn't for my relationship with Rodney and the team and everybody,
He
it
loves you so much.
probably would have quit. But everybody gives so much that I felt like I would have been letting them down.